Sweet Jesus Radio. What was your first event that you promoted?
The first one I promoted was this is kind of a funny story too. I had gone to this rave that desert rave that Adam from SMG had done.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Adam.
Yeah, shout out to Adam. And I had this, I was on a good feeling or whatever, I was having
quote unquote.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean? And and I look to where the pit of the party is, and I'm like tripping or something, and I see a bubble.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit, man, we need to throw a rave in a bubble in the desert, And so we kind of started throwing these ideas around, and I got to know Adam really well, and I got this other idea that there was going to be this big meteor storm happening, and I hit up Adam right away. I'm like, this idea came to me. I'm like, yo, we got to throw a rave called The Music Was Playing, the People Were Dancing, and the Sky Is Falling.
Holy shit, that's a long ass name.
That's a long name. I mean, you remember raves back in the day. It was freaking dramatic as hell,
Yep.
So I tell Adam, I'm like, yo, you got to help me put this thing together. And sure enough, Adam made a call and
boom, boom, boom.
Got a few, we had like Bronze on. You remember Bronze was helping.
Uh-huh.
Next one was helping. Mm-hmm. I mean, just anybody you could think of was involved in making this thing happen.
All the veterans from the scene.
Yeah, and that was kind of like the first time I actually got to like make my vision kind of come together. Yeah,
As far as with especially with that genre and shit.
Yeah. It was a great night.
Was there all locals or a headliner?
Yeah, no, it was all locals.
How was the turnout?
Oh, the turnout was amazing. I mean, people stayed out till, must have been like 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Yeah.
What year was that?
Man, like 2000.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, it was like 2000, maybe September of 2000 or something like that.
What was when you saw the good turnout? What were you feeling, man? What went through your mind?
Just, there's no better feeling, you know, than seeing people having fun at your
fucking event,
at your vision. You know what I mean? Like it all came together, and it was.
Or people
amazing.
Giving you guys props and shit and thanking you.
Yeah, I don't think too many people knew.
Like who was behind it?
Yeah, at one point, there's a funny story.
But like the people that count know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was more at that point, just like I was just in awe of the whole thing, and
trying to get up.
Yeah, but that night I did learn a freaking like amazing lesson that night though. I was on a little trip, thinking I was the shit, and at one point I decided that I was going to play a certain time slot, which I wasn't scheduled for. And I kind of tried to pull a card on Bronze. Oh, shit. And Bronze had already started playing. I'm like, yo, I'm supposed to play this time. And he's like, what? Really? You're going to, bump me like that? I'm like, well, you could play next. That's even better for you. All right, motherfucker, whatever. So I get on. And I'm fucking shaking, dude. I'm like, oh, shit. And I pull the needle off the wrong record, very first mix. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm panicking. I'm like at the point where I can't even get myself together enough to put the record properly on the plate.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, Bronze, you got to get back on, dude.
Nah.
He's like, nope.
Fuck that.
This is your gig. This is your shit. Handle it, son. And I was
you bumped me, boss.
Yeah, you bumped me. So, deal with it. And, sure enough, I fucking walked away from the decks, and there was a
fuck this. It's like an awkward silence.
There was freaking embarrassing silence. Everyone's looking, and he ended up jumping back on and
saved you,
murdered it. Yeah,
Because to me, one of the major things you kind of had going on back in the days too was that Census de Brazil.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a bit?
Yeah, totally.
How did it start? How did you get the hookup in there? Did they come to you? Did you go to them?
Yeah, no, that was another moment with Adam.
Okay. Yeah, Adam was involved in that.
Yeah, Adam was involved. One night, this was like a regular thing that Adam and I used to do. We would just cruise around town scouting places that have never been used, that had potential for something cool to happen, you know.
Nice.
And we kind of had, you know, made a decision on what kind of place, what size place, and started just driving around town one night. And we stopped at a ton of different little spots, dude.
Yeah.
And we kept driving, you know, past the freeway, passing that spot, which is now it's an IHOP.
Yeah.
And anyway, we're driving up and down, and we're like, dude, let's go. Something's happening. Something's calling us here. Let's go check this out. So we went. As soon as you walk in, it's like, oh shit, this is really cool, you know?
Yeah, it was a dope spot.
Yeah, it was a really cool spot. And it used to be Bombay Bicycle Club. So
I used
that
to
was
go back when I was like 21, 22.
Oh shit.
My girl, who was a little older than me, she liked weird spots, man.
Yeah.
Like, she knew all the spots before me.
Yeah,
She was a couple years older. It's like, let's just go here and they have good wine. I was like, okay.
Wine.
Yeah. She was kind of like gothy and shit.
Yo,
She liked red wine and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bombay Bicycle Club. That shit was around forever.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And then it
Oh,
became,
dude, I have records now that I like found it, or you know, just picked up wherever that say property
way.
of Bombay Bicycle Club, and yeah, I'm like, oh shit, and they're from like 85,
yeah, all that
or,
place
you
was
know,
around forever.
yeah.
As a kid, I remember driving by it with my parents. Like,
Oh yeah,
I was like, I always thought that was a cool name for it.
Oh yeah, my dad has stories of that place.
That was like the spot.
Yeah, that was like a really dope
dinner
spot. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have a really funny story about Tim Hardaway.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and this is a really cool story. Tim Hardaway and Pal Joey, who I mean,
you brought him down, no?
Yeah, we brought.
Well, he
Pal
produced
Joey.
a track on Karis One, Dug Down, which is like my favorite track.
Yeah.
He even says it. Pal Joe in the house.
Yeah, and he did like fucking
He produced for a lot of cats back
produced
then.
a ton of stuff. I mean, the guy
Nobody really knows what that is, like hip hop.
I mean, they call him
produced for a lot of dudes.
They call him New York's darling, you know, because he did so much shit in New York. I mean, you know, like the guy's super influential in a very quiet way. Yeah, you know, and I kind of knew a little bit about him because of some tracks that he produced that completely changed the house music game completely, and it was like just bringing a lot of hip hop influence into house music, and those are some of my favorite tracks. So What was the Tim Hardaway story? Oh yeah, so Tim Hardaway. So we've got Pal Joey in town, and he's staying over at the Camino, and I think he was here for like the weekend. Now, this guy was hilarious. I mean, walking down the street downtown, shopping, like legitimately shopping downtown shops, rolling blunts as he's walking, crossing the streets without any freaking, you know,
it's on his own shit,
on his own trip, you know, lighting up the blunt, walking down the street downtown. This guy was freaking as New York as it gets. And we go upstairs and to his hotel room. He changes real quick, drops off his shit that he bought, and we head downstairs. And as soon as the freaking elevator doors open, he freaking gasped like for air, and you know, he's amazed. And I'm like, what is this guy tripping on? You know, that's freaking Tim Hardaway.
Yeah,
holy shit, that's fucking Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway's sitting right there. So we're walking towards him. I'm like, this guy's yelling. Tim Hardaway's signing basketball for little kids and sitting there with some dude. And he's yelling, Tim fucking Hardaway, holy fuck, holy shit.
He wasn't expecting to see that shit.
He wasn't expecting to see
to El Paso.
Yeah, you could imagine. The guy has no clue UTEP. He has no idea any of that shit.
They don't even know like UTEP's here and shit.
Yeah, and it just so happens that Tim Hardaway is his favorite fucking basketball player. Yeah. Christ. So this dude is just losing his shit. I mean, he already loved El Paso. He kept bringing up the fact that it was called the Sun City for a reason, and I mean, he fucking loved it. And so he sees Tim Hardaway, his favorite basketball player, his favorite celebrity, because he went on for like hours talking about this. But he sees Tim Hardaway and he runs up to him and he starts, yo, man, I'm playing tonight in El Paso. You got to come through. Yo, blah, blah, blah. Yo, fuck it. And I'm kind of like, oh, dude, you totally look like a psycho fucker, you know, yelling at Tim Hardaway in the, you know, in the fucking whatever, the lobby of, you know, exactly. So I'm like, I kind of interject a little bit and I'm like, hey, yo, I'm sorry. He's a DJ, man. We got him in town tonight. He's the legendary house DJ, you know, hip hop producer from New York, you know. What? No shit. You're a fucking house DJ? We're like, yeah. What the fuck? I fucking love house music. And Pal Joey goes on to lose his shit. Like, I mean, now we're at like fucking 15 on the, you know.
I'm sure Tim was listening to hip hop wise probably, or even house, but some of the tracks he produced.
Well, yeah. Well, it's funny because he goes, well, no shit, who have you produced for? He starts dropping names and he says MC Light. Oh, and Tim goes, yo, MC Light is like a fucking homegirl.
Damn.
So they start talking, he's like, no shit, man. Yeah. Man, I love house music. I'm from Chicago. I'm fucking huge house head.
Oh, yeah, he's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago. So now I'm fucking freaking out. Yeah. I'm like, holy shit, you know.
I forgot about that connection.
Yeah, so it was really interesting. And so he ends up telling him, hey, man, you got to come through. I mean, you got to come through. Here's my card. Tim gives him his card, and he goes, where exactly is this? I'm like, it's an old Bombay Bicycle Club. Oh, fuck, I know Bombay Bicycle Club. Man, I used to hang out there all the time. Damn. Now, Pal Joey is like fucking off, dude. I mean, he's like, I'm playing where he goes. Oh, shit, Yeah, so we're like, all right, man, well, we got to get going. All right, get him away from Tim Hardaway's. We don't want to scare him off and him not show up. So we fucking take off. And, I mean, the entire night, this dude is going up. Who's the most famous person you've ever met? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know, but like, you're one of my favorites, so I'm pretty stoked about me. Yeah. Fucking Tim Hardaway, man. Tim Hardaway's a gold medalist. Like, I mean, this guy's just going off about Tim Hardaway. And so, I mean, so much so, dude, the night it comes, we're there at the gig, and I shit you not, dude, Pal Joey is standing at the fucking door like a girl waiting for her prom date, man, fucking waiting there. You think he's gonna come, man? I'm like, honestly, dude, I don't think so, man. Like, I don't think he's gonna come through.
Like, motherfucker, you gotta spin it a bit. And I'll tell my story just because I forgot what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah,
I did one thing there. Me and Tito, out of nowhere, man. This is like, it's so weird because we do our thing. We've made our impact in the scene.
Yeah. Some
people appreciate it. There's a lot of haters too. But we know, even though we're not fucking wealthy, we've made our impact. In the scene. So when my show, I was literally in between like fucking addresses, man. I was living with my cousin because I was just having some financial problems. I'm literally living in my cousin's, extra bedroom.
Yeah.
Broke as fuck. And I get a call from one of the percussionists from Ozo Motley.
Oh, yeah. You guys did that?
We did an after party there.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I remember that.
I think his name was Brian or something, Justin or Brian.
Yeah.
Because, there's like, Ozo Motley has like 10 members.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, I was a Mali, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, for real? Like,
no shit.
I'm literally like in a broke as fuck.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, we want to do an after party.
Yeah, and it was huge.
They were opening for, it was dope. They were opening for Los Lonely Boys at the Coliseum.
Shit, that's what it was.
Yeah, and they ripped it more than Los Lonely Boys because they gave me some free tickets.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, man, it was just weird how it happened because I'm like at my lowest point. Like, broke as fuck, and I'm getting calls from like well-known, established artists.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
So like directly, not the manager, you know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, man, let's make it happen, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, we did the after party there, and they had a blast, man. And all the Motley fans went out there afterwards at Senses.
You had some great stories. And
the hip-hop shit.
Yeah, and I never really got into like the history of that side of stuff because I was so into the house music. And on my end, Hector from the funk parties is my freaking hero. You know what I mean? And he's actually one of my good friends now, but I dug deep and, went to his parties and, religiously followed the dude, and I mean, there's actually a story about that. What fans we were back in the day of our locals,
Oh, yeah.
We went to the KRS-One, me and Orly, the concert at E9.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
It was fucking amazing. Probably one of the top 5 concerts I've ever been to in my life. It was great, And we're coming out, and, we're in the parking lot, right there.
Yeah.
The parking lot, I guess it's like the garden parking lot or whatever. Yeah. We're coming out, and we see Hector and I don't know if you remember Hector from the funk parties, no?
I don't, but if I see his face, probably.
Well, he had this girlfriend who was like freaking beautiful, tall. She looked like a freaking model. You remember her, right? Jessica remembers her because Jessica is also, an old school party kid, so
staple of the scene.
Yeah. So anyway, he had a beautiful girlfriend, and her sister was a DJ. She was a drum and bass DJ. They were twins? Are you sure? I don't think they were twins, but they were like,
I know.
Yeah, they weren't twins.
They were sisters?
They were sisters, yeah.
I remember who the fuck it was.
And I can't remember her name. But like I'm sure
if I see a picture.
Yeah. So anyway, so we see them, and it was just such a cool fucking little team of like this dude who's a fucking next level DJ. I mean, amazing fucking DJ. His super hot girlfriend and her sister, who's also a DJ. It's just like a fucking really cool little situation, So we see them, and we fucking lose our shit, dude. I mean, almost as much as we lost our shit for KRS-One. And me and Orly drive up, and we fucking roll down the window. Yo, fucking Hector, yeah, Funk, man, fuck yeah, we fucking love you, dude. Oh. Yeah. And he like very cool turns around and kind of waves, and his girlfriend waves, and his sister waves, and we're like, fucking dude, I'm fucking cool, man. We fucking saw Hector, you know. And we fucking drive off, and we're just like, fuck, man, we gotta fucking somehow, one way or another, get in and mix with Hector. Like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? Make this happen?
Yeah.
And so one day, fucking Orly calls me up, and he goes, hey, guess where I'm going right now? I'm like, where? I'm gonna go fucking mix with Hector. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Come pick me up. Pick me up. Right. Nope. No, I'm already almost there, dude. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Does that guy still live here, the Hector guy?
He actually moved to LA and lived there for like eight or 9 years and moved back. Now he lives here.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Cool. Shout out to Hector.
Shout out to Hector, man. But you know, Orly went and recorded a tape with fucking Hector. And right after, came over to my crib, picked me up, and we spent like 3 hours driving around just repeating it, you know, flipping it. Anyway,
is it a house?